Celtic, Falkirk, Arbroath, Peterhead, the winners of the top 4 divisions in Scottish football last season. But who will take home the trophies this year? Here we are on the 1st of August 2025, the eve of the upcoming 2025-26 Scottish football campaign. And these are my predictions for each of the 4 leagues, including the winners of the Lowland League and the Highland League. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. Starting with the Lowland League, I've got a bit of a bold one, as I'm choosing a team that just got promoted in Clydebank. This might sound stupid, but it's not unheard of for a team to get promoted to the Lowland League and instantly challenge for the title. Bonnyrigg Rose done similar themselves, finishing second in their first season up before winning the league 2 years later. The Bankies have a pretty good squad for the level as well, including ex-Dundee and Aberdeen midfielder Nicky Lowe and club legend Nicky Little, who's already scored 2 goals in their opening game of the season against East Stirlingshire. On to the Highland League, and again I've gone for a bit of a bold prediction. The obvious title challenge seems to be between Brora Rangers and Brecon City, and I wouldn't be too surprised if that was the case. My prediction, however, is for Clacknacuddin FC to upset the apple cart and win the league. They've already started their campaign in outstanding fashion, humping Inverary Local Works, who finished 4th last season by the way, 5-0 away from home. Clacknacuddin themselves finished an impressive 6th last time out, but with results like that, I think they've got a great chance of winning the whole thing. Dipping our toes into the Scottish Prem now, and I'm going for a newly promoted Falkirk to finish in 12th place this year. This might sound a bit controversial, as I've seen numerous different predictions for them to do well, some people even predicting a top 6 finish, but I think that's bonkers. Over half of their squad are still the same players that were playing with the club in League 1 2 years ago. The signings of Brian Graham, Scott Bain and the return of Scott Arfield might be decent bits of business on paper, but the squad's still very championshipy in my opinion, and I think they'll end up back there next season. Into 11th place, and I've got Stephen Presley's Dundee. We've all seen a clip of him saying, if you want a guy that wins your trophies, he ain't that guy. And to be fair to him, he's already proved that to be the case, getting knocked out of the League Cup group stages, the only Premiership club to do so. There's a lot of words you can call Stephen Presley, but a liar certainly isn't one of them. The goals of Simon Murray might just help them stay up this season, but 11th is the best that they're getting in my opinion. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see Elvis get the boot before Halloween, just for them to appoint some dauber like Charlie Adam. Staying in the City of Discovery, I'm going for Dundee United to finish in 10th. Another controversial prediction perhaps, but we all know what happened the last time the Tangerines qualified for Europe. If anything, 10th place has been kind. The facts of the matter are that they've not only lost their goals in Sam Dalby, but also their goalkeeper in Jack Walton. Lucas Stevenson and Emmanuel Adebayoga proved to be really decent players as well last campaign, so I suspect they will also be pretty big losses. They have made a few interesting signings to be fair, but the big worry is how those players will adapt to Scottish football. Signing a lot of players is all well and good, but there's a lot of risk attached when you all have zero experience of playing in the country. Into Scottish League 2 now, and I'm not going to waste any time speaking in detail about each club, because frankly I don't want this video to be an hour long, and to be honest I don't have too much knowledge of this league, so I'd probably just make a fool of myself. 10th place, Forfar Athletic. 9th place, Annan Athletic. 8th place, Dumbarton. 7th place, Clyde. 6th place, Spartans. 5th place, Stranraer. 4th place, Elginside. 3rd place, Stirling Albion. 2nd place, East Kilbride. And 1st place, Edinburgh City. I imagine the majority of lower league fans will expect East Kilbride to piss the league, the same way the likes of Kelty Hearts and Cove Rangers have done in the past. But I don't think it'll be quite that simple. There are a few decent teams in this division, and although Kilby are known for playing free-flowing attacking football and scoring plenty of goals, they're also guilty of shipping plenty of goals, and I expect we'll see a lot of both things happening this season. Edinburgh City on the other hand seem to have sorted out the financial difficulties that plagued them the last time they were promoted to League 1, so I expect them to get promoted again and make a better shot of it next time. The Spaghetti Had is back in the top flight, and I'm predicting a pretty healthy 9th place finish for the Lions this season in the Prem. It can't go much worse than the last time they were in the league 2 years ago. And unlike Falkirk, they've at least tried to add some new faces to their championship squad. The level of some of the signings leave a lot to be desired, but I feel they'll have enough to finish ahead of the other 3 rotters I've already mentioned. The style of football may not be the most exciting, but their brand new artificial pitch will upset all the right people, so at least we've got that to look forward to. Next up we have Stephen Robinson's St Mirren, who I'm boldly predicting to finish in 8th place this season. It might not sound like the boldest suggestion, but I've been finishing the top 6 in each of the last 3 years. 8th is a bit of a drop off for the buddies. To be fair, I think the gap between the 6th and 8th will be extremely minimal. And cover your ears, Saints fans, but I think the difference maker may be that your manager gets nabbed mid-season. Stephen Robinson has worked wonders for St Mirren in his spell there, and it's only a matter of time before some team in England snap him up. Into 7th place, and I'm going for Kilmarnock. Contrary to the belief of some very angry Rangers supporters, I am in fact a Kelly fan, not a Celtic. So why have I put my own team as low as 7th then? My heart says it will have a great season and bring European football back to the Theatre of Pies with a nice 5th place finish. My head on the other hand says we'll be in relegation trouble all season and crawled to 9th place, so I split the difference and went for 7th. I'm going to be honest, when I seen Kettlewell getting touted as our next manager, I was pissed. I didn't want that guy anywhere near my club. Now that he's here though, I am absolutely buzzing for the season ahead. Granted it was against East Fife, but watching Kilmarnock last Saturday was like watching prime Barcelona. Into Scottish League 1 now, and as with League 2, I don't have too much to say about each individual club, so I'll give another quick rundown in my prediction. 10th place, Peterhead. 9th place, East Fife. 8th place, Montrose. 7th place, Hamilton. 6th place, Kelty Hearts. 5th place, Stenhousemuir. 4th place, Queen of the South. 3rd place, Cove Rangers. 2nd place, Alloa Athletic. And 1st place, Inverness Cally Thistle. Although Inverness will start the season at the bottom of the league on -5 points, I think it's very hard to predict anyone other than them to win this division. Now that they're free from financial trouble, I fully expect them to have the title wrapped up by March. Hamilton on the other hand, they'll be lucky if they survive until March. The shambles that happened at the end of last season has been compounded by a transfer embargo, so I wouldn't be surprised if administration was just round the corner. Back to the Scottish Prem now, and this might come as a bit of a surprise, but I'm going for Motherwell in 6th place. I'm not too keen on their attacking options. Personally, I think Apostolos to Matalopoulos looks like a bit of a titty, but I think they've got enough about them in defence and midfield to get the top 6. I've always been a big fan of Callum Slattery, and I think if they can keep him fit, they'll be grand. He picks up another injury however, and the Fir Park side could be looking at a relegation dogfight. Into 5th, and I've got Jimmy Thielen's Scottish Cup winners Aberdeen. Ironically, I think them winning the Scottish Cup last season has just made this campaign 10 times harder. Scottish clubs out with the top 2 have historically been pretty dog shit in the league when they have European football to deal with, and I expect no less from Aberdeen this time round. They have recruited well on paper though, which is why I've not got them lower down in division. A poor start however, and they could really struggle to make the top 6. I'm expecting another up and down year for the Dons, and if things go worse than expected, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Jimmy lose his job. Into 4th place now, and I've got the Hearts, the Jammed Hearts, the Watery Farts, the False Starts, the Homer and Bars. To be honest, I'd love to see the Jambos get relegated this year, just to see the look on Derek McInnes's face. The harsh reality however is by the looks of things, they've got a really decent squad. Stuart Finlay is one of my all-time favourite Kelly players, and I think he'll be a rock at the back for Hearts this season. New signing Claudio Braga in attack looks a real handful as well, and I expect him to have a really good campaign. I hope for Hearts fans' sake that they make Tynecastle a fortress, as with McInnes in charge, they won't be getting many points away from home. Into the Scottish Championship now, possibly the most competitive league in the whole of the UK. Now, although I do know quite a bit about the Championship, having seen it firsthand just a few years ago, I'm not 100% clued up in each club, so I'll leave that to the experts. 10th place, Queen's Park. 9th place, Arbroath. 8th place, Morton. 7th place, Airdrie. 6th place, Dunfermline. 5th place, Ayr United. 4th place, Raith Rovers. 3rd place, Partick Thistle. 2nd place, Ross County. And 1st place, St Johnstone. I reckon this league will be as close as it always is. Partick have had a great start to the season with the League Cup groups, and I think they'll take that into the league, topping the table after the first month or so. The 2 relegated teams will improve as the season progresses however, and Uncle Roy will throw money at it like he always does. Simo Valakari's Sexy St Johnstone will have just about enough to pip them to the title though, with Mackenzie Kirk scoring about 20 odd goals. County will be lucky to keep a hold of Ronan Hale until the end of August. There is no chance he plays a full season in the 2nd tier. Back to the Scottish Premiership for the final time, and I've got Hibs in 3rd place. The best of the rest for the 2nd season running. They may have been absolutely devastated that Aberdeen won the Scottish Cup last season, robbing them of automatic European League stage football, but I think they'll be pretty grateful domestically this time around. Not only can I see them finishing 3rd yet again, I reckon they'll make a good go of it in the Cups as well. I wouldn't be too surprised if Hibs fans are singing Sunshine on Leith at the National Stadium once again. Into 2nd place now, and I've got Rangers, meaning a 5th title in a row for their rivals Celtic. Unlike last year though, I can actually see Rangers putting up a good fight this time round. I wasn't the most impressed by the appointment of Russell Martin as a new manager, but looking at who he was up against, it was a bit of a no-brainer. The signings that they've made look pretty impressive on paper, but it's not the first time people have said that about Rangers transfer business before the beginning of a new season, only for it to all go tits up after a bad start. At least they've managed to get rid of some of the dross that the Belgian baldy brought in, such as Robin Proper. He was proper shite by the way. Finally into 1st place now, and we have Celtic, reaching the halfway stage of that illustrious 10 in a row that they've been craving. Brace yourself Celtic fans, this season will not be pretty. Anyone for another helicopter Sunday? The facts of the matter are that while Rangers have cleared out some dross and brought in numerous new signings, Celtic seem to have stood still. Tierney's replaced Taylor and Negreen's replaced Kuhn, but are they really upgrades? Everyone knows just how good Tierney was at Celtic previously, but that was 6 years ago. The defender's career has been plagued with injuries ever since. There's no guarantee that you'll get the same Kieran Tierney you remember. Be prepared for a long, nerve-wracking season. That's it for this video. Thanks to anyone that made it this far. If you enjoyed, feel free to drop a like and leave a comment, maybe even subscribe. Click here to continue watching more of my content. Thank you.